Happy Sunday. I am about an entire hour off, and I might be telling myself that I'm late today, but when in all honesty, I'm right on time. So, good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Milk Cafe, where you can come and talk about what is working for you and not feel like you are not welcome. So, welcome to the Milk Cafe. I got my coffee and I got my juice. Water is coming soon, but as of now, this is what's up. So, what's everybody got planned on this October 13th, 2000 and let me see, what's the year? 19. What's everybody got planned today? Good morning, Melanie, the moderator. Happy Sunday. So, it's still dark here, and it's 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna just get up and do a little live stream about my juicing and maybe talk about some things that will help promote a better experience, no matter what you decide to do with your healthy journey. So that's what I wanted to talk. One thing that we're just gonna sit chit chat a little bit while people come in. I noticed yesterday as I was ending the live, everybody is was coming in. So I'm gonna just maybe have a moment of silence. I don't know, but what's your plans for the day, Melanie, the moderator? What are you doing on Sunday? It seems like when you drink coffee this early in the morning, it just seems to be more special. Church. That's what's up. Look out first. Good morning, Tylita. How you been? I haven't been seeing you for a while. How's life treating you? Welcome to the Milk Cafe. I'm gonna put the laptop out on the patio, and hopefully we'll be able to catch the sunrise this morning. Busy, busy. Now on this day I can rest. That's right. Good for you. Um, that's good that we can make sure we choose a day that is for rest. Because I'm telling you that running and running and running and running, that running will wear you down. So I'm glad that you realize that you need to sit down and smell the coffee or tea or whatever it is you like. I love how your garden has grown. It is really beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was talking about last night how this here garden is teaching me some real life lessons. So I'm happy that I started it. I'm really excited that the garden is teaching me how to be patient in one way or another. And it is really helping me to just get out there and pray. I pray a lot when I'm out there working in that garden, pulling weeds and stuff. I mean, if you would have asked me maybe 3 years ago, I'm going to go just that far. 3 years ago, if I would have been actually enjoying the task of pulling weeds out of my garden, I would have said, Tisa, pulling weeds? But you just never know. You just never know what journey you will find yourself in. And so I always say, don't ever say I won't do that, or I won't have this experience, or I won't behave like somebody else is behaving, because when it comes to it, you just really don't know. You just, you want to plan, like I'm always planning things, but there is a hope that, you know, things can go your way. But I'm going to say this because I believe that everybody, believes in God one way or another. But you might have a plan, but if that plan is not in real alignment for what God is wanting for you, it might not work out. So I must say that because that's what I believe. And, this is a stress free zone. So if you don't believe nothing I just said, that's okay too. But I said it. Hi, Les Bros Comedies. Uh, is that I think that's Spanish. But good morning and welcome to the Milk Cafe. It's a stress-free zone, so um, I didn't feel no stress saying that. But if you felt stressed out uh, in any kind of a way, let me know. What is meant for us as individuals is meant for us. All else will not manifest. That's true. And I think I was saying yesterday, but I'm going to say it again today, that all of us have gifts. We all have gifts. And we are not born knowing what those gifts are. And so throughout life's journey, if you bless enough to live it, you will find out, and I think through experiences too, you will find out what your gifts are. If you get to quiet places and you understand what it is that you like doing, or what it is that if you get to quiet places, you can actually talk to yourself into doing things that are meant for you. I keep that journal, and I think I keep telling y'all that I keep a journal. I always got a journal next to me, and if it's not in a journal, I have notes in my phone. And so I like going back to like last year, and Facebook will do that for you as well. Um, if you have Facebook, you can go back, to what you was doing on this same day years ago. So I like being able to do that. And most of the time, because I'm such a creature of habit, uh, I be think even I have noticed that I've cooked and uploaded pictures of the same time on the same day, but a different year. So I'm like, what? I was having the same craving like 5 years ago, and I uploaded the picture of what I cooked 5 years ago. So yeah, it's being able to embrace the total you, understanding what those gifts are, and following through with them. Because I talk to people, a lot of people that don't embrace those gifts, and they're like, I wish I had done this, or I wish I had done that when I was your age, or I wish I had. What stopped you? people, places, and things. And I'm just going to be real honest. People, places, and things, if they're not put in the proper perspective, will stop you from embracing your own gifts. But you just got to understand, you know, and it's never too late, maybe physically as we get older, to do some certain things or to embrace some certain gifts. But it's never too late to stop and say, you know what? I really like how I do this. And I really think that I should try it. I really think I should do it. Do it. Do it. Because you can't stop and correct everybody that don't have their life all planned out or don't have their lives in order, but want to guide and tell you what's best for your life. So just gotta learn how to put people, places, and things where they need to be. Let them drive on their own, in their own lane, on their own road, in their own homes. So that wasn't what was meant to be talked about today, but I tell you, that's what we're talking about. What I wanted to talk about was good morning, Zoe. Welcome to this morning live. So, um, one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about in creating a stress free zone in your home is getting rid of clutter. So, I've been on that journey, and most of the things that I talk about, I will make sure that it's something that I'm doing. So, I heard on, I follow Trisha's motivational moment, and she had a live that talked about practicing what you preach, and that just resonated with me so well because I make sure that everything that I talk about is something that I've either tried or something that I'm doing. And so I had when I moved here, I had my mother had died about a year earlier, and I had a lot of things that were from her home, and she had kept a lot of things of her mom's that were in the home as well. So through a lot of prayer and through a lot of determination and time, I was able to, step by step in sections, just I don't want to say get rid of things, but give things away and just kind of declutter the home. And I couldn't keep everything. So it was a journey in and of itself. It was a very emotional journey for me because you just want to think that everything is special, and it is. But I don't have to have it. I could designate or delegate or give away things that to other people that thought she was special. So that's one of the things that I did. And on a personal level, my own things, because I was an extreme couponer, and I just collected and collected and collected and collected and collected everything that was free or almost free. So, and giving those things away, I was able to uh, kind of relieve the pressure of, because the more stuff you have, the more you got to care for it, and the more time it takes away from like nurturing your gift. So let's see what's going on over here in this chat. It's 8:13 in Georgia. My grands have me up early in the AM making mayo and meat sandwiches. Their words. We like mayo and meat sandwiches. What kind of meat? I don't have to ask that, but yeah, that's the thing. It's 8 o'clock, and I'm not. The thing about it is, some people love pancakes and eggs and sausages and all that stuff, but I'm not a real big breakfast uh, person. Like I eat breakfast, but I don't care if it could be a meat sandwich for breakfast. I don't have to have pancakes and eggs for breakfast. Like I don't think that is that sweat or is that oil? I don't have to have breakfast, so-called breakfast foods for breakfast, but my family does. They love pancakes and stuff like that. But I can fix all that stuff and walk away. And so that's good. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you're here in the live, Zoe. Welcome to the live. And so yeah, clutter, clutter will have you feeling all type of ways. You could be actually depressed. I've heard a lot of people say that, like if you got a lot of clutter around you, that it's you can be in a kind of a depressive mood and not really know it. But when you start relieving or getting rid of some of those things, it kind of gives you a place to breathe. So I still got a lot to go. I still have many, many things that I know that I don't need, but it takes time. I will tell you that if that's something that you need to work on. Good morning, Dee Dee's Pharmacy. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. I am talking about getting rid of clutter and how that might contribute to some successes in your lifestyle journey. But I think that personally, on a personal level, that if you are getting rid of, and it doesn't even have to be physical things, like you could be holding grudges or holding things in your mind or holding stuff in your mind, and it could be clutter in your mind. So it doesn't even have to be physical or material clutter. It could be things that you might need to talk about, and you don't have to. I've had to go to a couple of therapists because when my mother died, I needed that, but grief therapy. But you could just be in a support group, or you could just be in a place where you're able to talk those things out and relieve some of that clutter that's going on in your mind. Um, so, anybody got any suggestions or anything to add or take away? If I said anything that didn't make sense to you, feel free. Feel free to add to the chat. Uh, but yeah, so once I started doing that though, and once I started just journalizing what um, was eating at me or bothering me, there's like this pressure that's just automatically lifted. Clutter will mess you up. It will. But a lot of people, they don't get to. And when I say a lot of people, I'm talking about me. You know, a lot of people like to say a lot of people, but just to be real, I thought that I needed to preserve everything. I thought that I needed to make sure that when my mother died, that nobody touched nothing. And we need to make sure that, you know, everything is still here just the way she left it. And, it was a mental uh, disposition that I had that was just, I wasn't ready to give things away like that. Like, I don't understand how, you know, and everybody is their own. Everybody doing their own thing. What works for me won't work for you. What I'm doing in life might not work for you in life. We're just not the same. But I don't understand how like family members, for example, can give things away. Like I've heard of situations where people be like, I need this, just snatching stuff like right away when somebody dies. And I just wanted to make sure that when that happened with my mom, that that wasn't going to happen because we needed to make sure we took time to go through things and make sure that I was okay. So I mean, that's another whole subject we get into. But yes, it's true. I battle with anxiety and depression. I will become deeply depressed if it's too much clutter around me. I have to be in a clean space and a positive energy and have positive energy around me. And a lot of people just don't get that. Like get rid of that stuff. And it takes time. It takes like it takes a lot of time to be to understand that, you know, for someone else to go to somebody and say, if you got rid of all of this stuff or these things that you're not using or you haven't seen in a year or these things that are around you that you're holding on to, that might have a little bit of value, but really, if you think about it, um, might make you feel better if you just release it. And it might take a person a year. And then, because I know, let me just say, when I got to a place where I could go through things, including my own, it was a lot of just trash. Like, for real. It was a lot of trash. And I'm talking about like trash that, but I didn't want to disrupt anything. But when I got to a place where I could start going through things, I had a dumpster. Okay, let me just tell you, I had everything removed from the house, placed in storage, and then paid movers to bring that stuff like an hour away. And it was there stored in the garage for close to a year. So it took some time for me to even get to a place where I'm moving trash, storing trash for 7 months, moved the trash, had movers move the trash to the house, and there it was taking up space where I couldn't even use the garage for a year. So I say that to say this. We moving trash now, but mentally, I had to be in a place where I can say, okay, let's go through things and let's see what we can use, what I need, what I can't get rid of, and what I can. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Lisa from Carter's Eats. I'm so sorry. Messed that up. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the Milk Cafe. So, I am just talking about clutter, whether it's material clutter or it's clutter in the mind. I'm telling everybody how I felt about things and how I stored things when my mother died, and how when I finally was able to go through everything and just kind of not so much get rid of everything, but find a place for everything, that I felt much better. I felt much better in life. Some of that pressure was relieved, was lifted. And so just being able to get rid of the clutter was such a relief in my life. Like I felt like I could, you know, put one foot in front of the other and just thrive now. Now we grow. Now we can grow mentally from here instead of being, in a one spot. So, but that was a part of the grief journey too, and that was a time when I just needed to take a step way back in life and just rethink a lot of things about life and where I want to be in it. So, yeah. I like your salad in the glass video. Thank you so much. I've been doing that for years. Just even if it's just for myself, there's ways that I like to reward myself, and I think and I like pretty things. So um, sometimes I'll have me some wine in one glass just like it, and I will take many things, desserts. It doesn't matter. It could be like some French fries. And I just say, I'm gonna dress these up today. I can't go nowhere, but I'm gonna dress these up today in this glass. So Didi's Pharmacy said, people deal with grief in all sort of manners. I've seen people totally shut down and pile up clutter and even trash in their homes. And I did that. I did it. And I'm not in denial about it. But when it was time, I knew that this wasn't my way of living. So when it was time, I was able to release. But I prayed about it. I had to pray about that. And I had to make sure that it was something because people was coming and they were saying, when are you gonna go through this stuff? And I would snap at them. And it's like, I do it. I do it when I'm ready to do it and leave me alone on that. But we're still, because I think I was in a bit of a survival mode where I was taking care of the children, taking care of myself in a minimal way, and um, just surviving. You know, there's a stage that you kind of go through when you're just in a survival mode. So that is exactly. Zoe said that is exactly why I garden too. It relieves stress off of you. The one place where I can release negative energy while knowing things are my way. Yes. And that's true. That is so, so true. Just being able to get out there, even even being able to talk in the mornings is therapy. It really is for me. I've been doing it for a lot of years and I stopped all of that for a little bit. And just even being able to get on here in the morning and just kind of talk to you guys about what's going on or what's growing on or and to get in the yard and just find a way to release that energy without having nobody running in my immediate circle, and I'm talking about the children, or nobody going in my garden. Like I take the kids on garden walks individually. So Friday was the 7 year old's time, and I was showing, was that Friday? Yeah. Friday I was showing her the tomatoes, and I let her watch the video with the tomato hornworm, and because I want them to understand that this is what mommy is doing out here, and this is mommy's time, and while on most days I don't want you out here disrupting what's growing on in the yard, I want to show you what I'm doing, and that is really good. I think that's what happened to my best friend's mom. Her hubby passed, their father. Her only due first for everything, then her mom passed. I think it's just rubbed off on my best friend. And that's true. And the good thing is you can be there. You know, you can be there for people and you can tell them, you can make suggestions to them and you can just, be available when somebody needs to hear. You can be available. And but as far as you need to do things this way, and I did them this way, so you need to do them that way. People don't, I will tell you that I didn't hear and see a lot of things during that journey. So um, I was focused, and sometimes when you're in a survival type of a mode, you can't hear what nobody is telling you. You can't really hear or see because um, like there was certain paperwork that my mom had and I was looking for and I didn't find it. And it was right there on her dresser. So I I didn't see it, and I didn't see a lot of stuff. It took me some time to be able to see things. So let's see. Somebody just came in. Precious to God TV. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you as well. So yeah, let's see. Um, I'm making sure I didn't miss anybody here. Looking through the chat. Evil. Yeah, I missed that part, Zoe, where you said people become evil and savages when somebody passes over. This is true, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't see that kind of stuff because I was so in my survival mood or moment that I couldn't see a lot of stuff. So, Doreen, welcome to the live. Welcome to the Milk Cafe, and we are just talking. I'm just talking about clutter, and once you get rid of the clutter, whether it's material clutter or physical clutter, you will feel like there's this pressure lifted, like all that stress and everything that you had can somewhat be lifted when you get rid of clutter. Dee Dee's Pharmacy says soy exactly is my therapy when people that know me ask why I'm all light and easy now. I explain that I garden. They look at me crazy. A few people even insisted that I'm seeing a doctor. I'm telling you, that garden has some amazing therapy in it. And I've been sharing that with you guys as I'm going. I'm like, did nobody tell me that being in the garden was gonna give me this life lesson and these life situations? Anybody tell me that? We just talking about soil. And then so my son says like, I said, you behaved well in school today, right? And he'll say, or did I? And so I said, this soil, we just talking about soil, right? Or are we? Are we talking about soil? Or are we talking about like transformations and you know feeding the pulp that I get from my juicing? I've been taking it outside and putting it into the soil now for years and years and years. I always felt like I was just wasting it, the pulp, and I would just throw it away because I didn't know what else to do with it. But now, this thing that I love to do so much is nourishing the soil, which ultimately will grow food that my family and I will inhale. And it's such a, you know, process or a cycle that I'm amazed by. Yeah, so that's what I am talking about today. And it's just creating that stress free zone for you to thrive, creating the stress free zone for you to be able to be successful. And not to say that, you know, who knows that the things that we think are failures might not be a failure. It's just how we look at things. It's how we look at things and how we interpret things in our own minds that can determine whether it was it really a failure or was it really just a life lesson on how maybe to do things the right way. So it wasn't a fail, it was just something that needed to be reworked. I like that better, rerouted. You'll always hear me say, if it didn't work, the plan wasn't the right plan. So we need to reroute it. I always say that I'm getting this done. I'm just gonna reroute, redirect, and rediscover. So I like that. It sounds better than a fail. You know, anything sounds better than failing. Nobody wants to hear, "Well, I failed about that again." So just finding ways to be okay with where you are as well, and not allowing others to tell you what is best. um, for you is creating a stress-free zone where you can go in your home and just get out of yourself or get out of others and get out of stuff they might be telling you to do for yourself when you know that I just need to have a place to release all this negative energy at. Because that buildup of energy or clutter can really set you up for a real good explosion. A real good explosion. So have a release space, a space where you can go in and just talk to yourself. If they want to think you crazy, let them. And give them a good show. Give them a good show that, let people see that you're talking to yourself. That's all right. Sometimes when I start the live, nobody is in here. And so I just start talking. So if you guys ever walk in on this live and you hear me talking and you know you're the only one in here, just know that it's okay. It's gonna be all right. So yes, so I am going to show you guys what the juice for the day is. It's the same as it was yesterday. So I got beets. Isn't that color pretty? You can kind of see the highlight of the beets in this glass. And I got carrots and pineapple. So, and I got it in my glass because I just think that I'm that special to be drinking my beets out of a glass, out of a wine glass. So, Zoe said, seeing a doctor to Diddy's pharmacy, it's like it's a bad thing. It it's replenishing feelings, growing a seed and feeling accomplished, seeing the outcome, etc. That's true. I'm telling you, it being out there in the garden and seeing um, my tomatoes actually growing and ripening and bringing them in here and using them in my recipes is just amazing. And when you see me out there with my camera and I'm discovering things as I'm talking to you, that's not a lie. It's really not. And that is my therapy for right now. That's the therapy. And that's what's up. So, um, yeah. And I'm telling you, if you would have asked me, like, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, if I would be drinking beets, I would have told you it ain't happening. It is never happening. I didn't like beets like that. I remember going to this restaurant and I told them they had two different kinds of salads. And one salad was full of beets, and the other salad was just a regular garden salad but didn't have no beets. So the lady didn't hear me when I said, because I was asking, well, what's in this salad and what's in the other salad? And as soon as she said beets, I was like, no, I don't want that. Don't bring me that salad. But they ended up bringing me that salad anyway. And it wasn't good. I was out of there. I left it. Whole everything. And that's the relationship that I had with beets. It's like, don't be afraid to walk away. do beets. I didn't do beets like that. So, what an amazing journey just on the beet situation. There is beets in here. Y'all see that? Carrots and pineapple. One of my best juice recipes ever, and I didn't really come up with it. I was doing a 30-day juice cleanse with one of my adult daughters, and she came up with this recipe. And I was like, because I was like, is today the day that we do the beets again? Because even though I'm drinking the beets, I'm not in love with them at all. And so I said, is today our beet day? And she said, I mixed the carrots and the pineapples with the beets. Try this. And I was like, wow, what an amazing way to use beets. I can't believe I'm saying that. So y'all see it live. I'm drinking beets, carrots, and pineapples. And I'm doing it early enough so that if I have to go anywhere today, when I go somewhere later on today, I, it should have done what it do. Anybody need help understanding what beets do? Yeah. So I'm drinking it. It's close to 6 o'clock now here in Hemet, California. And so I'm drinking it early enough that when it get ready to do what it do, I'll still be at home. I'll still be around a restroom that I can make good use of. Yeah. So that is all that I am going to be talking about today. If there's nothing further, we can the sun won't be out of let me see. The sunrise will be up today at I think it's almost 7. The time is really starting to change now. And so I wanted to I'm gonna do a silent live stream when the sun is right when the sun is getting ready to come up so that I can what is that emoji? Green pastures. Oh, am I missing somebody? Hi, green pastures. Let me see. Let me see what's going on in here. Welcome to the live. Just checking you out. This is your first time here, green pastures. Welcome to the live. Extra sweet beets sound amazing. I see. Um, so they sweet to you? Like I said, I am eating beets, but I'm not in love with them. So I've heard so many people say that they love them. Zoe, my father's son, wants to start a garden, but hasn't. My son's father wants to start a garden, but hasn't. He does ask for and receive fruits and veggies from my garden. My cousin still doesn't get it. And that's okay because that's what's working for you and you need no explanation. I'm growing Detroit dark extra sweet beets. I got a package of rainbow beets that I'm growing out there, and they look like they're doing very nicely. So I'm excited about them. But these particular ones I had to purchase. Didi said, Green, have you ever tried the beet leaves? Yes, I have. The one that I grew, I'm growing right now. Um, there's seedlings out there, but there's two of them that are actually coming to maturity, and I'm about to pull. Probably they probably need maybe about another 2 weeks, but I'm gonna pull those up and yeah, the beets were really good, and the stems seem to be just as potent as the actual beet itself. But I could tell the beet that I got yesterday, it the leaves, weren't plush and beautiful. It looked like it was in distress. The beet itself looked nice, but the leaves, because nobody cares about the beauty in a grocery store. Maybe they do, some of them, maybe a farmer's market. But in reality, the beets and stuff that I saw yesterday, and it was the Target grocery section. Like, yeah, but the beets they taste okay with the combination that I'm working with. But will I eat a? Never say never. I'm gonna stick up to the never say never. At this point in my life, I'm happy to be drinking the beets, but I don't imagine myself really eating the beets. But I might be a year from now saying, "Do you know how delicious this beets are and what I was missing in my entire life?" Good morning, Backyard Gardening. Welcome to the live. I am doing very well on this Sunday morning. I feel good. I slept good and I feel good. What about you? How are you doing? And I'm so thankful that you stopped in. Let's see. Hope you're having a blessed Sunday, guys. I am. I am so far so good. And how's everybody else doing in here? I haven't eaten the stems. I'll have to try the stems. But you've eaten the leaves, Didi? Have you eaten the leaves? They're so beautiful. I brought them in like I was cradling them like a baby. I said, these leaves are so gorgeous and beautiful. They look like greens. When as they were growing, they kind of looked like greens. Cynthia Barber, good morning. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. Didi's Pharmacy, no, I haven't had beets I was seven. Since I was seven. This is my first time trying them in my adult age. I'm remaining positive. I didn't know about a lot of food leaves I could eat. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like I didn't know that I could be eating the sweet potato leaves, but I'm definitely gonna try them. Good to see you again. That is good. So let's see. Thank you. Let's see, who else is, am I missing anybody? I want to welcome everybody to this Milk Cafe. We've been talking about clutter and how it might contribute to one not being able to move in a stress free zone the way they should or deserve to, and how it could bring depression and some anxieties on, even if it's whether it's a physical material clutter or mental clutter. Just being able to get that stuff lifted and removed and redirected is helpful. I cook them with palm oil and dried fish over rice. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. So wait, you cook them in palm oil and dried fish over rice. That sounds really good, Dee. I have another whole one in there. I might do something with that. I might try to just cross a whole nother, I want to say rim. I might cross this whole nother, I might do that. I might cut them up because my grandmother used to slice them up and kind of saute them too. That's African food. Okay, I'm gonna try. I might try to. You said they're sweet. I'm gonna do something with them grapeseed oil. I wonder if I fried them up with some onions, some red onions. Now I feel like experimenting with the beet. I'm gonna try something. In the last year, 2018. So, how are you doing? Yeah, we are talking about beets now. Have you grown any beets backyard gardening? So it always. Good morning, Four Horns Farm. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. So we've gone from getting rid of clutter to still creating a stress-free zone, and now we're talking about beets and how I didn't imagine myself drinking, looking, slicing, or even considering eating it. So I'm excited that now I feel like experimenting with the beet. I feel like I need to do more with beets, and I might discover something in the beet that I didn't know. And so I'm now at a point in my life where if I try it and I like it, you're here to stay for life. But if I try it and I don't like it, I'm gonna have to let you go. Because there's so many other things, but I'm telling you, they taste good right now. I want to be open to the fact that I might like eating beets. Good morning, indoor outdoor gardener. Welcome to the live. I am in here twice. I am. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, it's good to know. I love beet juice, but I've never liked beets any other way. So I just want to, now that y'all are in here talking about saute and beets and stuff and how you guys like beets, I feel like I'm ready to take beets to another level. What? I use the beetroot in smoothies with raspberries, peanut butter, cinnamon, and a little agave. What? Now that's a healthy drink right there. See, that is really good. I am learning so much from your videos. Thank you. Thank you for watching them even. I'm all I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you guys are up with me on this Sunday. And I'm so grateful that you guys are watching my videos. Thank you. And I am watching you guys' videos too. So I really appreciate that. I'm really excited and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you guys are watching my videos. I am supporting everyone as both indoor gardener and Cynthia Barber. Am I saying your last name right? Thank you. Thank you for doing that. And so now that you guys know, grab up the indoor outdoor gardener and Cynthia when you see her. So, for that greens are good. We're making traditional West Indian breakfast today. What does that sound like? Four horns. What does tell me exactly what a traditional West Indian breakfast looks like? Um, that sounds really good though. Is it anything like our Western breakfast, the indoor outdoor gardener Hello, good to see you. I enjoyed your last update. Yes, trying to get this down. So, yeah, what does that look like? Yeah, keeping in touch help us grow faster. So, this is definitely that place. Um, Please feel free to connect with each other. And because I will tell you that everybody in here I met in somebody else's life. So, feel free to do that. And make sure that you're watching their videos from beginning to end and commenting if you can. Salt fish, eggplant, spinach, and sliced cucumbers. Why does that sound so delicious to me? That sounds really good. The gardening community is amazing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And one of the things that she's not here this morning, but the backyard gardener kind of helped me to appreciate is that we need to open our door to everybody. So commenting is so very important. And I like Chef and more. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Thank you for coming to the live. Good morning. So I feel like even as a gardener, even as a gardener, gardeners are experiencing everything that everybody else is experiencing. So if you gardening and you cooking, you bring in your food to the table, then of course you a chef now. You share your recipes with the community. And so like one of the reasons why I created the chopping series is that if you growing and you harvesting, what are you doing with it? You can A lot of you guys have a lot of stuff that you harvesting at one time. I don't have that right now. And so as I bring it in, if I don't need it because I don't want it to go to waste, I need to find a quick method of storage. And so people have really commented that they appreciated that because um, I think it was a couple of farms that said we are harvesting now and we really need to store some things. So I didn't I mean this is what I'm doing in life. So I'm sharing what I'm doing in life. But the fact that other people are appreciating it, I don't have a farm, but I'm doing things with proper chopping and cutting things up that might help somebody else. That has helped somebody else because somebody or a couple of people said that I'm in the process of harvesting and getting ready for the winter. So I think that the gardening community is awesome, and that's where I started on YouTube. So I think it's amazing. Take over. Take care. Oh, are you leaving? Let's see. Have a blessed day, guys. See you soon. Thank you for coming by. Backyard gardening. It's backyard gardening. Thank you for stopping by and supporting this early morning live for me. I don't know what time it is where everybody is living. I think Zoe said that it was what 8. It's probably close to 9 now. What's brewing in the pot this Sunday? Yes, practicing latte art today. Ooh, that sounds exciting. What is it? It sounds exciting. What is it? 9 a.m. where Melanie is. And I like it, but the brand I found is Marata. What is that? Okay, what are we talking about? Let me go back. Okay, wait, I missed this whole part. Okay, commenting is very important. Salt fish, eggplant, spinach, and sliced cucumber. Let's see. I'm gonna put that up there because it is. Um, soak. Do you soak your Do you soak your saltfish? How long? That's really good. We're having a small family reunion. That's good. How do you? She's asking, how do you soak your saltfish? I like it, but it's the brand I found is Marathon. Mar- no, Maranatha. It's very expensive, but so good. Although if you don't like PB, I suppose it wouldn't matter. Are we talking about peanut butter? Uh, what's brewing in the kitchen? Practicing. So what was the it's 9 a.m. I have to leave. Okay, thank you, Melanie. Thank you for coming, Melanie. Enjoy. Enjoy your day at church. Okay, I'm not missing anything. So I'll have to try that brand. Is it rich in taste? Can you guys just remind me of what we're talking about? Are we talking about the fish? And I know Four Horns was saying that she's having you're having a good breakfast. It sounds like. Of course. Thank you. Four Horns, do you soak your fish, your salt fish? I'll have to look into that too. And she said, if so, how long and do you use lemon? If you guys see that I had the peanut butter, okay, that I had to leave abruptly, it's because the beats are working. Where did you go, Four Horns? We want to know about that fish. How you did it? How you doing it? Who's cooking? Are you cooking? Happy Sunday. I am a saint and a sinner, a work in progress. Let me just say that that is true of us all, Zoe. We all are, and we all need to repent. I'm just kidding. Let me stop. But yes, happy Sunday. So I am getting ready to. The sun is going to be rising very soon, and there's a couple of things that I need to do before I hear little voices. But I'm gonna make sure that I have the camera set up in the back so we can all watch the sunset, or not the sunset, the sunrise. She said, "Aren't we all?" Yes, 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 we are. Let's see. Four Horn said we soak it overnight or boil and pour off the salty water until it has the right saltiness. They all they also have almond butter, raw flavored or brand is organic or non-GMO. Chef and more, that sounds good. Be sure to do a video. Yes, please do because I want to see stuff. I like seeing what y'all are doing on your channels. I really do. And most of y'all know because I if I don't have nothing else to do, I'm watching everybody's videos that day. I'm saying if I don't, because family is first. But um, yesterday I had so many channels playing on my devices. I was like, um, Chef and Moore was doing her live, and the topic she was covering was just something that I felt like I could not live without at the time. And and then I had a couple of other people that were talking about some important things, and then I was running somebody's playlist. So multitasking is my whole life. Hi, Destiny. How are you? Welcome to the Milk Cafe. I'm not sure if you've been listening, but if you have, we have been talking about um, clutter and how it could be depressing. We've been talking about fish and how some of us uh, do it, and talking about beads. What else are we talking about? Talking about juice. So the point is, we are talking about things that we feel comfortable about in a stress-free zone, and what's working for you uh, might not be working for somebody else. I don't know how to get the milk to foam. I used to have a foamer, but it got lost during our last move. So what am I missing? I'll have to try it that way. It was too salty the way I tried it. A foamer. What does that mean? Awesome. Yep, that's what's going on in at the Milk Cafe. And I'm glad that you decided to join us, Destiny. So I said, okay, yeah, I read that part. I'm thirsty for one now. Hi, Purple Paisley Planner. Welcome to the Milk Cafe. Thank you for coming in on this Sunday. So we just been talking about some things that are needed in our life to make sure that we are surrounded by or in a stress-free zone so that we can grow and do this new way of living that we've developed for ourselves so that we can you know be successful in whatever that is. So Forehorn said, I get stress eczema, so I would love to learn more about keeping my world stress free. Yeah, I have a son that does that. And I found that during certain times in his life, he will be have breakouts. But I also changed his diet, so that was very helpful. I found out that he was allergic to dairy, so I took him. I stripped him off that dairy. He used to have severe eczema, so but his skin is so beautiful now. I can't force him to drink my juice. If I could, it would be his skin would be glowing. But I'm telling you, that stress, you'll have all kinds of breakouts on a major level because stress stress irritates. What was that? Stress irritates your entire system. So if you're breaking out, it's because something internally is also. Yes, I said dairy. I removed all the dairy from his diet, and he was still. And how I knew that it was the dairy is because when he started school, he was getting the lunch at the school, and I had already removed the dairy, but he was drinking the chocolate milk, and he had a breakout again right after summer when the new year started. His skin had no breakouts, no severe eczema on it, and when he got back to school, he was drinking the chocolate milk. and he had the biggest breakout, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, well, I'm not giving him no dairy. And he understands what the dairy does for him. So I had no idea he was drinking a chocolate milk. And then one day he came home and he said, that chocolate milk was so cold and good. And I, you know how us mamas do. What chocolate milk? I didn't give you no chocolate milk. So, and you know that, if you drinking chocolate milk, you having not only skin breakouts, but you having other issues that might be embarrassing on a school day. So you need to leave that milk alone. But I think that he is at a point now at 9 where he is not, because he hasn't had any major breakouts. I love my babies, but I know that kindergarten is a huge source of my stress. Also having health issues in the family. Yeah, yep. So if you when you get home or get to a place that you can get quiet and um, just get quiet and get into some real prayer. You It won't get rid of the stress. The stress will still be there, but you will be in a place where the stress is that you have a cushion for it. If you could say that. If I could say that. Be right back. I have to help the hubby with the groceries. So yeah. Okay, the indoor outdoor gardener. My eldest daughter has eczema. Onions are really good to eat. I have to keep watch on my daughter's grown self to see what what still triggers her. Nickel flares her up. Nickel. That's a mineral, right? So wow, how do you? So you got to find out like the stuff that nickel is in, and we mother these children, even though they're grown and they want to say, I am a grown woman. Like, okay, but you calling me to see what you need to do for what? Yeah, so and that's okay. Just we have to keep loving them and parenting them even when they in their 30s. Yeah. Children will have that effect on you. They will. For the four horns in the kindergarten class, I don't know. I stay in prayer. Absolutely, I love art. I used to draw daily. One of my sons is an artist, so I thought I would try to teach myself the skill. Will definitely do videos. Yes, I have a couple of artists here too. I have my 16-year-old is he has some beautiful art, and now, but he's taken it from the pencil and paper to a more digital, like he's into, you know, 3D art now. So I told him just, just don't. I think that he'll come back to it, but right now everybody is so fascinated with what this digital world has to offer. And good. What is that emoji? I keep seeing it, but let me look. Let me look at things from a different perspective. Let's see. Am I missing somebody that came in? I was trying to see who came in. I want to greet everybody. Good, Mr. Eddie. I didn't see Mr. Eddie. What are we talking about? Okay. I'm just looking at the chat, you guys. So, okay, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm just looking at some stuff right now. So, you guys, it's it's hard to comprehend that it's still dark over here and still 6, and on the other side of where everybody else is, it's already what, close to 9. So that's kind of hard for me to. I know I have to get that, but I have to catch up to where y'all are. But I am going to get back in bed until the sunrise. And thank you so much for coming, you guys. You said it's pouring rain. Ooh, it's pouring rain. Wow. Um, it's not even raining. It's not even thinking about raining over here. It's getting a little bit chilly, but it's not even thinking about raining over here where I am. Zoe said, right, nickel. It's a material found in certain buttons and jewelry, green organic glove, like the blue jeans, the snappers, and sandals. Wow, that's insane. Um, why, hello there, green organic glove. Hi, Jacob Johnson. You know, I have not looked at, let me see. Okay. Hi, Jacob. You are a gamer. I just want to go check out your page right quick. Enjoy your day. I'm gonna get off of here right now. Um, but I'm wondering if I should just, because the sun is coming, the sun is coming soon. If I should just kind of keep it running and just let the, just kind of move the laptop to a silent mode while the sun is rising. So let me think about that. And it looks like more people are coming into the chat. So I'm gonna hang out for a minute. But if I have to leave momentarily, look, momentarily, because I've been drinking beet juice, I'll be right back. But I wanted you guys to see that sunrise and how it looks. There's a mountain right in the back, basically in my backyard. So I wanted to kind of share that. See, Facebook or it's YouTube. I'm going through all the social medias. YouTube, but use that stretch that I just had looking crazy as my thumbnail. Because I don't create thumbnails. And that stretch that I just used, that'll be the stretch that YouTube would love to use as their own thumbnail. All right, Dee Dee. Have a good Sunday. Thank you for coming, Chef and More. Have a good Sunday. Thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit. I might be quiet. The lights might go out a little bit, but I'm gonna stay on because the sunrise is coming, and I don't want to miss it today. I like to at least watch the sunrise on Mondays. I mean Sundays. So have a good day. you. Thank you, Jacob Johnson. I do my best. I do my best. Um, I do my best to be relaxed and calm, but I have my moments. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do my best to stay in the truth. Thumbnails, another topic for me. Yes. And I look forward to hearing that, Chef and more, because you keeping me on my toes with this YouTube world, and I need that. But yeah. Thank you, Jacob. So let's see. We are going to be getting this party started with the sunset, and let's see. I want to make sure I did not miss anything. Let's get this up here. I like StreamYard because with StreamYard I can just post. I thought that when I was in other people's streams that use StreamYard, that it was just an automatic feature that everybody who commented their comments would show up on the screen, but you actually select it. You actually select, like, I can just click on each comment and decide if I want it to be on the screen or not. Purple Paisley, are you still in the house? I think I'm up. Let me see. I think I'm gonna make you a mod, Zoe. Now you're a mod. Give another moderator. You is a mod. Are you still here, Zoe? You is a mod. Let me go and see. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna turn you around this way for a little bit and check on. Let's see, where am I turning you? She said, "Bye for real this time." Chef Amore, you have me hollering when you get people right together in those lives. Yeah, I'm gonna make. Are you? I'm gonna make you a mod too, Chef Amore. Okay. Let's see. We are making new moderators. Okay, so we got two new moderators today. Chef and Moore is a moderator and Zoe is a moderator. These decisions. I'm still here. I want to see the sunset. Let me we might have a brief interruption of darkness. Look, a brief but the light is coming. So let me I'll be right back, you guys. Let's see what happens. If you see a black screen, no worries, I'm still here. It's just that I need to run right quick, and I need to get the laptop set up outside so you can see it. So stand by.
Hey guys. So I had the mic muted, but you're not hearing what I can hear out here. The birds are singing. They are singing their hearts out. And let's see. I am out here enjoying this juice. This just shows how high you guys are. I'm standing, and I got you guys on a couple of boxes on a chair, a patio chair. So, um, thank you for hanging out with me. And this is how we doing it this Sunday morning. Simply K. Hi. I don't think I saw you before I went inside or set things up out here. Welcome to the Milk Cafe on this Sunday morning. And I just have everybody set up in the backyard because I wanted everyone to see this beautiful sunrise. So you are seeing how tall I am, which is very short. But happy Sunday. Hey, I'm spit this juice out trying to say hi to the backyard gardener. Hi, good morning. Look at this. Okay. We are set up in the backyard. Can you guys hear those birds singing? Listen. I want my face to be above the. Thank you. Let's see. There we go. Now you can see my face without a banner just kind of covering up. You guys are stacked 2 boxes high on a patio chair. But how's everybody doing? How are you this Sunday morning, backyard gardener? I'm glad you made it. This juice is not trying to be happy right here. Yep, this is what's out here. Let's see. Let me see if I turn it. Let's see. I'm doing really good this morning. Got up with good intentions, whether they manifest themselves or not. It's clearly gonna be how this day plays itself out. But yeah, I'm in my stress-free zone, and that's what's up. Is that the moon? Let's see. Okay, my battery is going low. Let's see. All right, I'm back, you guys. I those beats don't play with nobody's life, I promise you. But thank you for coming. And little voices are starting to rise in my home, and I don't want to forget that you guys are out here, and you hear the normal chaos of my home, and you'd be like, but thank you for coming, and I appreciate this um, silent sunrise and then the birds that came through. So thank you for being here. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow. So have a great Sunday. And let's see. Yep, that's right. Welcome to the stress free zone. Please remember to hit the like button if you were able to enjoy any of this. Um, and have a great Sunday, everybody. Grow with love, grow something with love. Even if it's not a physical plant, you can still grow something. Bye. Happy Sunday.